Hello, my name is Lucas and today I'm going to show you a new study project that I have recently made. It is a WhatsApp AI crypto wallet agent. The name is pretty long, but the concept is pretty simple. You can chat through the WhatsApp chat here, and it's going to store the transactions that you input into and answer your filter questions based on that information. And also it has access to external APIs to give information about the crypto market, like Bitcoin dominance, Fear and Greed index, and also crypto prices. So let's try it out, as it is going to be easier to understand. So let's say hello. It answered me. Also important to mention that I was trying it out, I made some transactions here to test the AI agent. So we have around 5 fake Bitcoins here already. Let's see. What's my current portfolio? I think I have 5 dot something. I don't know exactly. Yeah, 5 fake Bitcoins here. So let's say I just bought one more. By the current market price. And if you want to, you can inform the exchange which will do the transaction. That way you can control which exchange you are using, where your most transactions are at. So let's say we did it on Binance. It's up to you. You can say or this one market are just testing to see if it accepts everything, and it is accepting. So I just say Binance. Yeah, it seems it worked just fine. Let's see. Ask our portfolio again, and we should have now 6.17 Bitcoins. Let's see. Yeah, so it worked just fine. Let's ask now about your PNL. What is my current PNL? We didn't specify just Bitcoin, so it's going to calculate the PNL for the whole wallet, but the one has Bitcoin, so yeah, nothing changes. And yeah, we did the calculations here and answer our question. Now let's try another function that is basically, as I told you in the beginning of the video, we can get the Fear and Greed index, and also let's say the SOL price. Let's see if it's going to work just fine again. Yeah, everything is working fine. So basically those are the most basic functions of the AI agent. So just register some transactions, ask our PNL, ask in our portfolio. You can add as much transactions as you want to, as much cryptos as you want. So if you have Solana, Ethereum, you can use it here as well. So if you want to know just the PNL of the Bitcoin and you have a lot of coins in your wallet, all you gotta do is say what's my current PNL on Bitcoin, and the bot is going to be able to understand the message and retrieve on the data of the Bitcoin. Also the Fear and Greed index, and we have the Bitcoin dominance as well, if I'm not wrong. Also, if you want to add more functions, more tools here, you can. Just gotta change the code, which is the next step of this video. I'm going to show you guys the code and give some more information about how it's working on the background. So yeah. So now, here in the code, let's start by the README, which I highly recommend to take a look into, once it is the most complete source of information that we have for this project. So everything that I have built and how I did the architecture, the APIs, everything is here. It for sure has much more information than this video that you are watching right now. So if you have any doubts or if you just want to know more, come here to the README. It's going to be on the GitHub, and I'm sure that almost everything is covered there. Then I have the license, Docker Compose. This project is full Dockerized, so the setup is pretty simple. What I gotta do is compose, and also have an Evolution API instance running. I'm going to tell a little bit about it after explain that part. Env example, the Open API key, Evolution, and the other WhatsApp number, because I don't want all of my contacts to talk with the AI wallet agent. So I put my own number here. I talk to myself in WhatsApp, and the bot is going to run only on the conversation on that chat with myself. Also the Logified, this project uses Logified to register all the logs of the LLM. So everything that the LLM receives and answers is going to be there. Pretty useful to know how everything's work on the background as well. The MF, which I'm not going to show because my API keys are here. Docker ignore, and yeah. Now let's talk about evolution. Basically what evolution API does is connect to my WhatsApp like WhatsApp web. I scan the QR code with my phone and it connects to it, and it's going to send a webhook every time my WhatsApp receives a message, and also can receive API calls to send messages to my WhatsApp. That's how it's working here. You gotta have this instance running your machine, or if you're not wrong, you can also use theirs, but that's up to you, and it's more explained here on the README. Talk about those two instances here. Our project has two instances on it. That is the MCP server and the WhatsApp bot. The MCP server is pretty simple. It's where we call the external APIs that I mentioned earlier. So if you come here to tools, we have the CoinGecko for the crypto. Let's see the dominance here that I mentioned. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance also from CoinGecko, Fear and Greed from Alternative, and also the fiat values. So if your portfolio is in dollar and you want to know in Brazilian reais, you can ask the WhatsApp bot, and it's going to call the MCP server to have that information of how to convert from dollars to reais. Also it has an UI that is a pretty simple UI that is being built here. I'm going to show you guys later the UI of this MCP. Then going to the core of the project, that is the WhatsApp bot. Let's start by the database. Here is where the database is going to be set up. We are using SQLite for this project. Then we have the main, the tools, where we have the database queries and also evolution API send message. Here, as we can see, the main for everything to run, and the agent, where we have the script of the agent. We are using GPT-4o for this project, but cheaper versions will be fine as well, like GPT-4o Mini or from Grok. I think you do not use all the power on this project here, but let's keep the 4o for now. Yeah, about the code, that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna explain every single .py, so the video is going to be too long if I do so. As I said, here we have the MCP pretty simple UI, just to check like the Bitcoin dominance. You click here and it's going to call the API and answer you. Just to test, like if you are talking with the bot and the API doesn't work, you can see if the problem is in the communication or if some API call. Not much utility, but just cool to have here. And now let's talk about some important points to mention. First is the Logify token, as I mentioned earlier, but important to see again. Here in the Logify token, create your account there, register here, and you're going to have all the log of your LLM there into the Logify site, so pretty useful. The second one is that this project here doesn't have conversational memory yet. So what does it mean? That's basically every message that you send to the AI is going to be a new conversation. So let's see here how it works. Let's say my name is Lucas, and now let's ask my name again. As you can see, even though I said here before, it doesn't have that information, because in ChatGPT and Gemini, they all have a window context. That's basically like every time you type a new message, it's going to read your past message and answer, having that information. That's not happening here. So every time you send a message and the AI processes your message, is going to be a whole new conversation and doesn't have any context of the past message. We can change that by just doing the Redis database and save the message there. Pretty easy to do. So if you're going to use daily in your machine, I would highly recommend so, because it's going to make the application much better. So very good point to mention. The second one, which is very important also, is the persistence. the SQLite is built on the Docker instance and doesn't have volume. So what does it mean is that every time you restart your machine, you're going to lose all the data that you put in there. So if today you, I don't know, did 10 Bitcoin buys and register everything on the bot register, you're going to restart your machine and tomorrow you're going to lose everything. So also, if you're planning to use that application, make sure to create a volume in your machine, and that way you're not going to lose every time you restart your Docker instance. The second point is about the instance. We could have built everything on the WhatsApp bot here. The MCP server, I only built it for showcasing how MCP server works, because all we had to do is take out those tools here, paste, not only paste, but put on the tools of the WhatsApp bot, and it will also just work just fine. So the only and main reason that I built MCP server is to showcase how it works, but on this specific case it wouldn't be necessary. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I hope you guys were able to understand everything that I said. It was not too confusing. I really hope so, and I hope you guys like the project as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Feel free to reach me out. My LinkedIn, my GitHub are all on the README. So if you have any doubts or if you want to contribute with this project as well, just reach me out and we can talk more about it. And yeah, thank you so much for your time and hope you like it.